when an athlete or someone close to the athlete, be it family, be it trainer, be it friend, speaks, where you think that came from? How they know what's going on? Did it ever dawn on him that maybe he need to hire a new trainer? Maybe that got something to do with it. Because let me tell you what's eating at N'Keal Harry, Skip. Guess who was in N'Keal Harry's draft? A.J. Brown, Deebo Samuels, Terry McLaurin, and D.K. Metcalf. Now, which one of those guys, N'Keal Harry? Now, he went in front of all of them, if I'm not mistaken, other than A.J. Brown. Now, which one of those guys he better than? Now, he keeps talking about, oh, Tom Brady would have featured him. Tom Brady was the reason N'Keal Harry was the reason Tom Brady got up out of there. Because he said, I ain't got enough talent on the offensive side.
They seem to have no rapport, no wavelength. Yep.
This season, N'Keal Harry has 29 catches, 277, 2 touchdowns in 11 games. With Tom Brady, he had 12 catches, 105 yards, 2 touchdowns in 7 games. So in other words, his stats, if you project it out, isn't much better with Tom Brady than they are with Cam. And he up there popping. Skip, if he was one of these Michael Thomas, Julio, and his numbers dipped, I could get it. Bro, you've been in the league 2 years, and up until this point, you are a disappointment. That's nice. Okay, to make a long story short, you've been a bust up until this point.
Yep.
And you got some nerve. Granted, Cam has not played well. Cam has always struggled with his mechanics. Cam has never been an accurate thrower. But to say the reason why you were trash is because of Cam Newton, you were trash before Cam got there. And then your trainer go talk about backtrack, go categorical not. It's not, bro. You said it because you got it from your client. If I'm Cam, you ain't getting no more. First of all, I wouldn't throw it to you anyway because you're not catching. I'm giving the ball to Bird, and I'm giving it to Jacoby Myers. And I think Edelman's coming back. So whatever you got, that's what you're going to end with.
Here we go again with this. Yeah, I believe he said every last word.
Every last one
of it.
of it.
Rang true to me. I do the ring true test.
Yes.
Does it sound like he said? Yeah, it sounds like.
Yes.
He said he didn't say any of it.
So where did it come
make
from?
That up. You just pull it out of the air.
Of all the things that people can skip, of all the things that people could have made up, why they make up this about your client and about Cam Newton? So why this?
Okay, just so I'm not a hypocrite about this, I did like N'Keal Harry coming out of the draft out of Arizona State, and I was impressed, surprised and impressed that Belichick took him later in the first round, and it was the first receiver Belichick has taken in the first round since he's been the Patriots head coach.
Correct.
And then it went south, and there was a big drop that I think it was I should have looked this up. I forgot, but it went through his hands. I think it became either pick six or big interception. Remember at Houston against Deshaun Watson?
It was.
Yeah, and the pass was a little behind him, but it still hit his hands. Yeah. And the point was, after that, he went in Tom Brady's doghouse and didn't really come out of it. So don't give me that Tom would have fed him this year. I don't know. Maybe
fed him what?
Yeah, I agree. And he's been very disappointing to my eye because I don't see the guy I saw at Arizona State just dominate Pac-12 games.
Right.
So when you go so far as to say, we've got to put some of that, you-know-what, stuff on Cam, it's such a strong, it's such a disrespectful, dismissive quote of the quarterback you're trying to establish some new rapport with. And I thought you had some connection with him. It seemed like it was getting a little better. Well, here we go again with a trainer who is trying to promote and protect himself at his client's expense, because that's all about, hey, don't blame us. You know, blame. You got to look at the quarterback first because he's not accurate and he's got issues with his mechanics. To your point, he's always had that.
Always.
And he's also had some stretches this year, like at Seattle, when just out of nowhere he'll have a big game. He almost threw for 400 yards.
Let me tell you what he's done with those poor mechanics. Win Rookie of the Year, win an MVP, take a team to a Super Bowl, and go to 4 Pro Bowls. That's what that poor mechanic quarterback. Now, what has your client done?
Touche. I would agree. So the problem with this is it's so specific that I'm sure N'Keal will go to Cam today or whenever this hit the fan, and he'll say, hey, my guy was completely misquoted. Well, it sounds like he might have thought he was off the record.
If I'm Cam, I do what I do up. I got my game plan up. Bruh, I'm good. Keep it moving.
Yeah, keep it moving. and it won't ring true to Cam, and he won't accept it. And
nor should he.
To your point, it's so damaging to whatever relationship you've built, because now you don't trust the guy at all.
Yeah.
Because clearly, it's a lot of it could have come from the trainer, but some of it had to be reinforced and validated in conversations with Nikhil.
That's what Skip, you know, in sport, you know, we call that pillow talking. I mean, a lot of times you have a wife, you have a girlfriend, you go home and you talk about things that happen at practice, what was said, yada, yada, yada. We go, hold on, bro, why are you discussing that? Your job is to get me better. That's your job, to get me better. What are you doing? It's always Cam. I never looked at Skip. If I had a down seasonal, I never looked at what John didn't do this or Mike didn't call plays. Okay, Shannon, let's go back and reevaluate. I get with my trainer, my speed coaches, okay, this is what we need to build on, because I don't think I was good in this area. I didn't look to blame someone else. Everybody's looking to blame somebody else for their misfortune. Bro, has it ever dawned on you, you might not be that good? And that never dawned on you. Just because you get drafted in the first round, Skip, that doesn't mean you're good. That means they thought you might be good, but the other guys that were drafted after you are better.
They are.
And look what Debo got thrown to him. He had Garoppolo for what? Now he got Beathard, and he got Mullen, and he's still making plays. Look at McLaurin. Look what he got thrown to him, Skip. Okay, I gave you DK Metcalf, got Russ. Okay, fine, I gave you that. But you make it seem like
Tannehill?
Yeah,
going to
man, this dude.
Brown?
But he had Mariota for a minute.
Yeah, he did.
Until Vrabel got wise and bro, I can't win with you. You will get us both fired.
Most damaging of all in this quote is that he invoked Brady's name and compared Cam to Brady. Like, well, if Brady were there, the insinuation is we'd be getting accurate.
Brady don't fool with you. If Brady was there and Edelman was healthy, who you think hit the passes? If Brady was there, maybe there's a chance that Gronk comes back, and now you number 3 on the totem pole. Where, with a fresh start, new quarterback in here, hey, these new guys too. Jacoby Myers was a quarterback, they moved to wide receiver. Demir Bird, he just came here. Man, this is my time to be the number 1. That's what normally would have happened if you had that mindset. But, bro, for you to blame everything that's going on in your career thus far professionally on Cam, bro, you got to miss me with that.
Here's what hurts the most to me from Cam's perspective. I don't think he gets enough credit for trying to replace the GOAT in New England. I told you before the year started, I wouldn't wish this upon anybody, because those are winged cleats that you're trying to fill, because what's better than that legacy? And you have to stand up to it and live up to it on a daily and weekly basis, and it's just impossibly hard to do. And there have been points when he has lived up to it.
But Skip, it's guys like N'Keal Harry is the reason why Tom's in Tampa. If Tom thought that was they could do, he would have stayed.
He would have stayed.
He's like, look what I'm throwing to. Man, I'm bouncing. And then Cam comes in there, and granted, Cam, like I said, Cam has never been the most accurate. But for this dude to pretend like he Julio or Mike Thomas, and that for some reason why his numbers are like they are, is not because of my own deficiency or lack thereof skill set. Oh, that's all Cam. Man, you got to put some of that, you got to put that on Cam.
Knowing Belichick, this could be the beginning of the end of N'Keal Harry. He might just cut bait with him.
Hell, I watched him over the last couple of years. When did it start? When was the beginning? It might be the end, but I'm trying to figure, when did the beginning start?